Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Today I'm talking about the dangers of using Ouija boards and other such toys or tools. I hope you enjoy. Hi everyone, Gothic Witch here. I am going to do one today about the tools of the trade, but just witchcraft. I've been watching many films that have been done by lovely creators where they use things like Ouija boards and pendulums and all sorts of stuff, but when they use them, they do not use them wisely, and they don't protect themselves. Now, what I want to put across today is, as I talk about each one, what they do and how we deal with it and how we protect ourselves. Because, guys, without protection, you are inviting lots of trouble. Now, one of the very first ones is the main one, the Ouija board. Now, the Ouija board, it's a tool. It's not a miraculous thing, but it is a portal opener. Now, if you are a young person who's joking around with this board and planter, and you don't know you have a psychic ability, and you play, you're going to open up a portal. And if you don't do it correctly, you're going to allow whatever you've contacted to come onto this earth plane and to cause havoc, wreak havoc to the person doing it and the family around him or her, and also could spread outwards to other places. When you're using a tool like this, you need not only to protect yourself but protect others around you. You also need to be able to say enough is enough and shut that portal before you leave. Now, the Ouija board is it's been classified a game. It's a very dangerous game, guys. In the right hands, it can be used as a tool, but in the wrong hands, it can be as bad as a gun or a knife. You may say, really? Truthfully, I wouldn't use a Ouija board, and yet I am a medium as well as a witch, and I wouldn't use it because it is a very dangerous portal, because it is dealing with low life spirits rather than higher life spirits. And what I mean by that is low life energies and higher life energies are the things I want to talk about today. Be it in witchcraft or psychic stuff, whatever you are dealing with energy, and that energy can take a life form. It can become something. It is very dangerous to be opening up something like a Ouija board, which will attract the lower form of energy, the dark form of energy, and it's easier to contact, because it is earthbound energy. It is not energy that is higher, which is harder to call upon. We are dealing with things that you will not understand how to deal with if they represent or appear in your life. So guys, when you're mucking around with these things, please be aware of what you are doing. You shouldn't really be doing it if you don't know what you're doing anyway, because the one rule of occult work is to never call upon that which you cannot control. Because you are not just, it's not all about the person doing it, it's about those around you as well, as I said earlier. Now, when I was being taught about these darker entities, these darker energies, I'm not talking about hell, I'm not talking about demons, I'm not talking about that sort of thing. What I am actually talking about is its dark form of energy. If you saw it out the corner of your eye, it would be like a shadow, like a dark shadow. People call them shadow people, or dark mist. These are entities that have not risen to the higher planes. So how much more would they want to get back into the world, back into living again? They obviously cannot cope with being where they are and have not attained a spiritual level to push upwards, which would mean that they are stuck in their own grief, their own upset. They're upset with what's happened to them. If they are human entities that have been stuck here, they're waiting for idiots like these people to open up portals so they can come through and be part of the world. As they think, when they come through, they will be able to attack these people, take them over. This all sounds so far-fetched, I know, my friends, but it is true. Years ago, I used to do house clearance, and I don't mean furniture. I would go into a person's home, and with other people, obviously not alone, because it's quite dangerous work. And where there was hauntings and things where there was problems going on, it would be our job to go in and try to get these spirits to ascend, to go where they're meant to go. For those that wouldn't go, that would be a job and a half to get rid of them. For they would have to be banished, they would have to be got rid of, and that doesn't always work. So I have seen firsthand, as I say, I've done many varied things over my training and the past of how I grew into my spiritual life that I am now. It's through attainment of lots and lots and lots of different types of spiritual work. And I have seen what it can do to a family when bad energy is so bad that it follows these people around and it gets stuck to them. And it takes a lot of work to release the grip that it has on these people. Now, it seems to be the fun thing at the moment for some of these YouTubers to put videos up about my haunted house and what's going on, and filming all the activity and doing Ouija boards and all sorts of things that they've read up on, but they have not learnt to protect themselves, they have not learnt to protect others around them, and they are dealing with stuff that they do not understand. The point of this video today is to make it aware, because very young, impressionable people watch our content as creators. And whereas I feel sometimes some of these creators do films just to get the views, they are not taking responsibility for the damage it might do. They could infiltrate how they protect themselves before they go into doing these things. They could do that, but then it would make their videos boring. Because again, at the end of the day, they want people to watch their films. Put my content out because I want people to be safe in their practice. And so the reason I'm doing this is because I have seen so many of these videos that it worries me of how out of control it could become. For you will get younger people watching these wanting to try it out themselves. You know, Ouija boards are okay in the right hands, done in the right circumstances. Ouija boards are not okay, done as a joke, by people who are not protected. I haven't got anything against Ouija boards because it is just another tool. Again, there are other things that can be used in a bad, detrimental way. For example, if you have mirrors in your room and you do something to do with the occult, you are opening up portals in your mirrors. Now, I have a big mirror in my bedroom, but I do a spell on it before, so that it's like putting a camera lens over it, so whoever or whatever could come through won't be able to. So you see, you'll get someone practicing and not realising that a mirror is a portal. You'll get other things as well, like pendulum work. Here's a list of the types of things people will use. So, the first one will be a Ouija board. You've probably seen them before. Remember the rule. Hello, goodbye. Never underestimate it. Number 2, the pendulum. So I'm going to put a picture there. Number 3, if I can find a picture, a crystal ball. Number 4, the mirror with a candle, hopefully. Number 5, tarot cards. Yes, tarot cards, because they are portals as well. Each major arcana card is used in Kabbalah, the tree of life, and each card opens into, as a doorway, into the different realms. So again, another portal. Oracle cards, number 6. They're the same as tarot, but slightly different. All these things have been labelled games, but all these things are tools to communicate, and without protection can be lethal. So I'm going to leave these pictures here for you guys to look at. Hope you enjoy learning about them. So here is a pendulum. I expect you've all seen them hanging up in shops and things like that. Very nice little things. Nothing scary about them. It's just a stone or a crystal on a chain. Okay, you say, it's just a game. So you wind it round your finger and you hold your hand underneath and you ask a question. Now, I would say to this, you get someone that doesn't know what they're doing, and they would get hold of one and they would say, am I going to win some money? And it will start going and they think, oh, what's going on? Now, that's telling me no. But that's because this stone is having a joke with me, because the spirit of this stone knows me and I know it, and knows what I'm trying to do. So what you should do is say to the stone, hello, thank you, spirit of the stone. Would you like to help me today? And could you give me a yes? And it will tell you yes. So it's saying that it's backwards and forwards for yes. Thank you. And notice how it stops. Right, and you say, would you give me a no? and then you wait, and there you go, and it will go round. Now, people think that that is thank you, thank you, thank you, and people think that that is fun, that they can just not even be respectful to the spirit. The spirit energy of this stone it's not going to like it if somebody just holds it and says blah blah blah, and it tells it things, and then they just put it down and forget. You have to start and you have to finish. You have to say thank you. You have to be respectful. All spirit needs respect, especially elemental energy. So, my friends, so like I've just used this, and I will say now, thank you so much, spirit of this crystal. I thank you that you've been with me today. Now, we are finished now. Is that okay? Now it will say yes or no. It's saying yes. Can we say goodbye? And it's saying yes. It'll say thank you for your time and goodbye. And that is how you speak to a crystal. Now, people say, oh my goodness, you're taking it to a level which is ridiculous. No, I'm not. I'm putting this video in the hope that someone who is joking around with these things takes note and understands what they must do. Now, I have videos on here that teaches how to protect and ground. But the first rule of any type of spiritual work is protection and grounding. Spiritual grounding. So you need this protection and grounding before you do any type of work and after any type of work. You need to say hello and goodbye before and after, and you need to put it away, and you need to eat and drink straight after, because these things are a necessity when working with any type of energy. Now you may say to me, well, how do you not know that when you're doing the Ouija board, for example, that the energy is a higher energy? No, it isn't, because to attain communication with a higher energy takes a lot of work to get up to that level, to be able to meet them halfway. And that type of energy will not come onto a dense energy field. You might hear stories of the angels coming to collect the dead, etc. I'm not saying that the angelics don't come on the earth plane, they do. But they are equipped, they are strong warriors. They're not these airy-fairy creatures. Angels are warriors, 8 foot tall. They are full of power. They can come into the earth plane. But pure spiritual energy will not want to get sucked into a dark void, just as the dark void doesn't want to go into the light. So you have a partition, and you have a place where it stops, the light stops, and only the darkness prevails when contacting these things. You get these silly people drawing pentagrams on the floor, not knowing what a pentagram actually is, that each point is the point of earth, air, fire, spirit, earth, air, fire, water and spirit, and that each point has an ability to open up into the realm of air, the realm of fire, the realm of water, the realm of earth, which has creatures that lives within, which come in when we call the quarters, when we call in earth, air, fire, water. We're calling on the elemental beings, we're calling on realms. So when they open one up on the floor in a joke in a haunted house and do a video on it, they are causing a lot of problems for themselves and anybody else that's with them, because they don't say hello to them or be respectful. They don't say goodbye after. They just walk away like they've done nothing. These guys need to take responsibility, not just for themselves, but for who's watching their videos and who might be so impressionable that they go out and do the same thing. and get hurt. I talk like I'm being a bit holy. No, I'm not. This is come from an experience that I have gone through in the past, and I know it exists. I know these low energies exist. Things. Protection and grounding. If you don't know how to protect yourself, guys, it's quite easy. When I do it, I imagine a huge egg, a big white egg, and a doorway, and I'll go in through the doorway in my mind's eye, and then I walk in and I shut the door behind me, and it has a little lock, and I lock it. The whole inside is just white. Now you can furnish it so that you feel comfortable, and when I'm within my egg, nothing can get to me because it's like a hard shell. Have you ever tried to crack an egg the wrong way? You will not be able to. It is tough. And it's the same with your protection. That needs to be tough. But also you can't imagine it. You have to keep that going in your mind. So every now and again you have to think, I'm in my egg. I'm in my egg. Grounding is keeping roots from your feet going into the earth. Ground yourself. Straight away after you have done any of this, eat something, because food grounds the body in a very material way, and that helps. Drink fluid, water, because we are 90% water or 80% water. Don't clarify me on that, I'm no scientist. I know that we are made mostly, is it 75%? But we are water, so how much more would we drain water when dealing with low life energies? So drink plenty of water. When you get home, dispose of the clothes that you were wearing. Clean them in a bucket of water with a pinch of salt to purify. Because entities will cling on. Have a shower or a bath. Put salt in your bath. There's people out there saying, you are over the top. No, I'm not. I am making it so that you understand. If you are dealing with these sort of things as a joke, then you need to protect yourselves. Anyway, I don't know whether people will get anything from this. In witchcraft, we always protect ourselves. We always ground ourselves. It's the first rule of occult work. And never, never call upon what you cannot control, because it will not be concerned about you, and it will eat you up for dinner. So, when doing any form of spiritual work, think about it before you do it. If it's necessary, then do it, but do it the right way. Always be respectful to spirit. Always say hello and goodbye. Sometimes you may even have to ask, is it okay for me to say goodbye? Because it's a bit like going to dinner at a friend's house, eating half your dinner and getting up and saying bye and walking out. That friend's going to be a little bit upset with you. Or spirit can be the same. So halfway through communication, by walking away, taking your hands off the planter and walking away, do you not think that comes across as being disrespectful? It's more than disrespectful, and they will let you know. So also, guys, one more thing, anyone out there that watches all this stuff, please believe me, a lot of what they do is it's a prank on you. It's not the real deal. So I'm not going to pull down any more channels, because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to say, just when you watch something, don't be gullible. Make sure you're safe. Make sure you're protected. And if you're going to deal with stuff like this, do it the correct way. Because I want you guys to be safe. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Love you all. Not telling anyone off. I'm just trying to help. At the end of the day, it's very, 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 very sore subject with me, because I've seen the outcome of people that haven't protected themselves, and it's not pleasant. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you to any new subscribers. Thank you to any returning subscribers. And to those that are always here with me, thank you so much. The next video I'm going to do is probably the next one up on the runes. I'm not sure yet. People don't seem to be as interested in that as I thought they would be. So I will do them, I will, but I'm not going to do them in quick succession unless I get somebody ask me to do that, because I have other topics I would like to put on my videos that I think you would be more interested in. So I will do the whole series, but I will do it spaced out a bit. Anyway, hope you have a brilliant weekend. Weather's lovely. Have a barbecue or something. Anyway, guys, wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of Alang.